to Celebrating Asian Pacific American Heritage Month on DC News Now. I'm Liberty Zabala. In the next 30 minutes, we are going to take a look at the important roles Asian American, Native Hawaiians, and Pacific Islanders have made throughout the DMV, especially through food and art with a purpose. To start, as a Filipina American myself, this story is very special to me. We introduce you to a Filipina American chef who owns a deli and market in Arlington, Virginia. We show you how Evelyn Bunoan cooks up health and comfort to those in need in the DMV. With every chop and every stir, Master Chef and deli owner Evelyn Bunoan is cooking up something good for the soul.
It's not too salty, it's not too sweet.
That's because she knows her Filipino food is not just going to her customers, but those most in need in the DMV, patients dealing with cancer.
I want them to have a peace of mind that the food they're eating and buying and eating are healthy.
She meticulously removes excess fat and unhealthy ingredients because she wants her meals to help comfort and heal.
It makes your body healthy too, and your heart and soul.
When you enter the Philippine Oriental Market owned by Evelyn and her husband Oscar, you'll see her cooking praised in local newspapers.
I was a little girl, I watched my mom how to cook.
Born and raised in Cavite, Philippines, Evelyn eventually became professionally trained as a master chef at Le Cordon Bleu in London.
I always promised my parents, I'm gonna give you a lot of money when I get a job, and luckily I came to the United States.
Now her deli and market in Arlington has been serving the DMV for more than 45 years.
Evelyn, who is a chef, is a good cook.
She often serves free meals for her neighbor Rolando Panaglima, for his sick father Rodolfo, a Filipino World War II veteran who can no longer cook for himself.
Evelyn gave my father free meals and always thank you for your service. It's a humble thing for Evelyn and Oscar to give my father food like that.
Her giving heart born from pain when Evelyn's best friend died from cancer.
I was by her bedside and it was very painful for me.
The loss of her best friend sparked her desire to do more.
I woke up and like there's a calling. I think I'm gonna form an organization. And he invented this name called CHEW, which is Cancer Health Eat Well.
At the cash register, you'll see a humble donation jar for her organization, CHEW. Every penny pays for a meal provided for a cancer patient.
It says pennies from heaven.
100% of all proceeds from her cookbook she sells also goes toward patients in need.
When I prayed to Lord, I said, I want to give back to the community. I want to serve people who are in need.
Customers like Rolando are eternally grateful for this master chef who serves up every meal with love.
I feel good, I feel that I'm, making a little difference.
Still ahead on Celebrating Asian Pacific American Heritage, food and art with a purpose.
For this Ramadan, I wanted to give back to a community that I felt wasn't always kind of seen, and I wanted to let them know that I saw them and that they were part of my community and share my Ramadan with them.
Why this Vienna teen is using Ramadan this year to make a difference in her community for those behind bars. Welcome back to Celebrating Asian Pacific American Heritage Month, food and art with a purpose. In our next story, we meet an Indian and Pakistani American teenage girl who is making sure Muslim teens in the DC Juvenile Detention Center are not forgotten during the holiest month of the Islamic calendar. DC News Now's Kevon Dupree has the story.
Baig says the idea to make the care packages came to her after her first Model UN conference where she learned about mass incarceration. She says she couldn't help but think about boys and girls her age serving time behind bars.
For me, Ramadan is a time about community and giving back, and so for this Ramadan I wanted to give back to a community that I felt wasn't always kind of seen, and I wanted to let them know that I saw them and that they were part of my community and share my Ramadan with them.
Baig made 51 care packages in what is now her 4th year, delivering them to the DC Youth Detention Center.
I was actually really surprised that there were 51. Usually it's closer to like 20-some, and so this year I was really, really shocked, yeah.
She says she puts a variety of items in each bag.
Like snacks and fun little things for these youth, as well as religious material such as books, and for the girls I got them hijabs, and for the guys I got kufis.
Baig receives donations from family, friends, and community members to put the packages together.
I was really, really happy, and I felt so touched that everyone was kind of able to reach out and help in their own way. And I think it was just another testament to like how strong our community is and how we're trying to include people from all aspects of life into like this project.
She says all the support she gets inspires her to keep making care packages for Ramadan each year. Her biggest supporter, her mom.
It makes me really happy and really proud of her. I hope she does live a life of service and always finds opportunities to just serve people in whatever way she can.
Baig says her care packages are ultimately a way of letting incarcerated teens know the community is still thinking of them.
I would want them to know that that they can find community with me and within my own community, and that we haven't like forgotten about them and that we care about them.
Reporting in Vienna, I'm Kevon Dupree, DC News Now.
For many, there are not enough spaces for survivors of sexual abuse to heal from their trauma. But a Frederick, Maryland woman is making space for survivors through art. Frederick County reporter Skylar Salas sat down with this woman making a difference.
Meet Gabby Nobody. She moved to the United States in her early teens. Nobody says the transition was a major adjustment, but she found her people in Frederick.
I feel like when I came to America, I had to grow up faster than I anticipated. So my English language, I do connect it to my adult warrior, get business done. But my native tongues, it's more like, you know, lovey-dovey.
It was during her transition that she found a passion for art, and she couldn't imagine what kind of impact she could have.
I have been doing artwork for over 10 years now. And it really started from people caring about me so much and me not having any idea how to express myself then.
And in her passion for art would lead to a bigger purpose.
I've been able to discover myself and my self-love towards myself through arts. And as I was discovering myself, I realized that one of my big missions is to normalize tough conversations around trauma, specifically for survivors of sexual abuse. I learned that I'm not the only one, and unfortunately it happens a lot more than we like to talk about.
That's when Nobody created the Rise and Thrive experience.
The workshop, in short, is a 4-hour workshop where we do group grounding, exercises.
The project creates a space to heal from trauma like domestic violence and sexual abuse.
We do family meals provided by my husband, Chris. We also do an intentional art project led by myself. And then at the end of it all, we also have a one-on-one photo shoot for each of the survivors.
Nobody says she knows firsthand how hard it is to be a survivor of trauma.
I thought it was important to change the narrative of a survivor of sexual abuse. We're not just, yes, we're sad, yes, we're hurt, and yes, it sucks.
Nobody hopes through her artwork and the Rise and Thrive experience, survivors will be able to have open conversations about what they endured.
But we can succeed and we can rise and thrive from it. So if I had a chance to combine that, I jumped into it, and now it's just expanded beyond me. And every day I'm in awe of all the people I get a chance to connect with, of all the stories these people share with me as well. And I will hold it dear, and it gives me fuel and it gives me fire.
In Frederick, Maryland, Skylar Salas for DC News Now.
Coming up after the break.
One of the things that we're doing is not only helping the Asian community, but we want to introduce the Asian community to other cultures.
How one Virginia market is making a difference in the AAPI community in the DMV.
Hula is a form of storytelling. It's a way that we are able to take stories from one generation and pass it to the next.
Plus, bringing stories to life and breaking stereotypes. We'll show you a Hawaiian cultural school giving you a taste of their traditions. That's ahead on celebrating Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. Food and art with a purpose on DC News Now. Stay with us. Welcome back to celebrating Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. Food and art with a purpose. I'm Liberty Zabala. Entering its third year, the Asian Teak Market in Annandale, Virginia is bringing awareness to child trafficking. It's also providing Asian Americans a hub to gain economic success. DC News Now's Christian Pena takes us into the market to show us what it's all about.
Drinking tea and congregating while sitting on a floor.
You can get the perfect tea.
It's a tradition followed in many Asian countries. Entrepreneurs Brandon Long and Juby sit down and grab tea to share their culture with Nelson Figueroa, founder of the Asian Teak Market.
Let me put it this way, I don't want to feel proud or anything about it. You know, I just want to make sure that everybody can do something for their own. One of the things that we're doing is not only helping the Asian community, but we want to introduce the Asian community to other cultures.
And for that reason, he opened Asian Teak, which was founded after Nelson rescued 2 children in the area from being trafficked. Along the journey, he's provided a purpose to that market, one that allows Brandon to share his famous boba with the DMV.
For me, it's like when I started my boba shop, I really want to see, kind of introduce like the different various drinks that are out there. So not just pigeonholing boba to just a Chinese thing. I want to showcase that, hey, boba could be in anything. It could be in horchata, it could be in chai, it can be in like juices, it could be in smoothies, stuff like that. So that to me is like one thing that I want to showcase. Like
the son of refugees tells DC News Now he's honored to be part of the human trafficking awareness market and proud of teaching others the diversity living among Asians.
Seeing that there's actually a thriving culture and a huge food landscape in our area, more than just the mainstream items. That there's a lot of street food, there's a lot of different cultures and a lot of different cuisines from within those cultures.
Juby, founder of Juby Lai Thai Cuisines, also participates in the market. The self-taught chef says her journey is one full of fulfillment.
I really love it. I love to interact with people when they try my food and then they give me the feedback, because I really love cooking. I started by myself, so it's like a one-person business. But now I'm getting more people to help me, so it's a lot easier. But from the starting, it's so hard to do everything by myself.
And because the journey has been difficult, it's prompting her to pave the way for others.
In the past, I don't have anyone. I came here all by myself, and I can do my own business. So whoever you are, if you love cooking, you love to share Thai food, you love to share your culture, you can do it.
In Annandale, Virginia, Christian Pena, DC News Now.
When you think of Hawaii, you may think of a tropical oasis, palm trees, flowers, and even the traditional hula dances. But it's so much more than that. And one Hawaiian school aims to bring Hawaii to Montgomery County. DC News Now's Yamarie Sase sat down with the teachers there to learn how they're bridging the cultural gap and debunking myths.
Halau Nohona Hawaii means that this school embodies and is anchored in Hawaiian culture. Hawaii is not about coconuts and grass skirts and shiny glitter, right? It's much more than that.
Kaimani Chi noticed a gap when he moved to Montgomery County. There's a decent-sized Pacific Islander population, but not enough safe cultural spaces.
If I was living in Silver Spring, this would be a great time to create a school and open a school of my own where we could bring that sort of Maryland community together as well.
So in 2014, he opened up Halau Nahona Hawaii, a school focused on hula dance and Hawaiian culture.
Hula you know, is known as the heartbeat of the Hawaiian people. And so being an ambassador of that and being an educator of hula makes me feel like I'm fulfilling my kuleana.
And with the help of his alakai, Napua Lokelani Kamakele, they've been able to bring a taste of Hawaiian culture to natives here in the DMV and even people interested in learning more.
We do it because we love it, because it is our culture. And we do, as Hawaiians, have a kuleana, or a responsibility, to perpetuate the culture. For me, I dance and I continue to be a part of organizations like ours because it honors my kupuna, or my ancestors, as well.
Now, many would agree there's a beauty in hula dancing, but it's not as easy as it may look.
Hula is not just something that you learn off of YouTube. You really do have to go through the cultural processes, go through the uniki rites, and the equivalent of that would be like a graduation, and have the honor and the privilege of teaching hula bestowed upon you from your kumu.
Hula is a form of storytelling. It's a way that we are able to take stories from one generation and pass it to the next. And through other ways like mele and through oli, so we take it back to its roots. Like where did this story take place? On which island? What was the weather like then? What was unique about that specific place? And let's translate that into our dance.
The school also dives deeper into traditional Hawaiian practices.
It might be lei making and sort of the history of lei in Hawaii, or it might be lauhala bracelet weaving and what's the history of weaving leaves in order to make sort of useful things. It might be about specific chanting, or it might be about a specific instrument. And I think, again, that's the holistic approach we're taking, not only as a halau, but as a nonprofit Hawaiian cultural school.
Now, every May during Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, students showcase all they've learned on the big stage. She and Kamakele say it's not only about the performances and classes, it's also about creating a community for everyone.
We are the living embodiment practice of our culture in this area. And so knowing that people come to us, they feel like they're in Hawaii, they feel like they're learning something and they're taking something away with them, just feels really great.
Reporting for DC News Now, I'm Yamari Sase.
And we'll wrap things up right after the break. Stay with us. Before we go, we have one more story to share. We are highlighting one celebration of culture in Prince George's County. Take a look.
We are so thrilled to have a beautiful turnout here at Harmony Hall Arts Center, where we celebrate the various cultures of the AAPI community. We look forward to celebrating this year and year throughout the community. I had lots of karaoke going on at the beginning of the show. We also had some K-pop favorites playing as well.
This is really important to be able to celebrate cultures. It's AAPI month, and we have a really diverse set of cultures up here in the DMV. So it was really special for us to be invited to be able to showcase some of our Chinese culture. Today we did some lion dancing, which is a traditional form of Chinese dancing. It was just really special to be able to share it with people, especially people who aren't necessarily from the culture. We get to share that with them and open their eyes to the experience. It's really fun to see people get all excited, come and touch the lion, be blessed with some good luck, and it's just fun to make people happy and make people smile.
We demonstrated an indigenous dance by the Maori people of New Zealand. It's just an exercise warriors do before going into battle, now choose for entertainment. It is exciting. My father's from Samoa, so I have Samoan heritage, and any opportunity we get to share the Polynesian cultural arts with anybody, it's always an exciting chance.
Thank you for watching Celebrating Asian Pacific American Heritage Month, Food and Art with a Purpose on DC News Now. For more, you can head to our website at dcnewsnow.com and search AAPI. I'm Liberty Zabala. See you next time.